first day of practice for the Red Raiders. Any questions for Coach?
Coach, obviously some new faces coming in and you're losing some guys too. Just how do you feel this group is, you're gonna get them ready to get going? You got a long ways to go.
So far, fall's gone just fine. We've really enjoyed watching them and, really, looking forward to watching how this team evolves. By no means right now are we a finished product. Got a lot of work to do between now and into the spring.
Coach, any of the freshman arms exciting in your eyes, or are you just, cause you got, I see you lost Mason.
Yeah, generally when you get them here, you're really excited about them. And first inter squad today, really excited about watching all of them. Freshmen, really the whole group, really just excited about all the arms we have and excited about the whole group. And probably not the right thing to do to single out anybody from a standpoint of saying, hey, you're excited about this guy, or picking one out just because the nucleus of them, there's a bunch of good ones in there.
Can you give us a Washburn update, both of them?
I was gonna say Jack or
Yeah.
Owen. Jack's throwing today and Owen's healthy. Owen's in the lineup today, and Owen's been swinging the bat really good just in a batting practice setting, and really hadn't had any simulated at bats, and move around the outfield good.
How about Jack? Or how much are you going to use him during the spring? Is it you gonna get a lot of innings in, or are you gonna kind of hold him off until the fall or until the spring? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, so the way you worded it was.
I flip flop. I know.
Yeah, I mean, we really build them up, 15 to 18 pitches, per half inning, and go through the fall and kind of see what their body allows them to do. I don't think we want to put any limitations on him, so we'll see how he handles it.
Coach, you've been doing this a long time. What's the first day like for you with this group of guys?
Yeah, it's never really like the first day when you guys think it's the first day, but it's exciting to get to watch them compete against each other. This is probably one of the longer individual segments we've had, from basically late August till now, and guys have been working really hard, and you're always it's always good to get them in a team setting. I mean, really, what the rules allow us to do up to this point, so you bring them in groups, and so you kind of see them in different parts of the day, and excited about seeing them all out there together and watch the thing come together.
We talked about this facility, but what's it like being in it now?
Yeah, I think we're all really enjoying it, really watching it again, like kind of all come together. Still trying to finish the nutrition area and the cages, and but there's been many days the guys they hang out in here quite a bit, and it's definitely first class. It's first class all the way, and again, we appreciate everybody that had something to do with it.
Over the summer, or I guess it was late during the season last year, they announced the chance to add another member to the staff. Can you talk about that addition for you guys?
Yeah, and so I wouldn't say we added a member to the staff, but what we did is we moved Eric Gutierrez into the director of ops role, which allowed him, it's going to allow him to keep evolving as a Division I, coach. And Joseph Hughes and I had an agreement all the way back 11 years ago when we all first came here. Basically said, hey, if the coaching position ever came open, he'd definitely be, considered. And obviously, as we went, and over the last few years, he's going to be good at whatever he does, and has been doing a good job so far.
Coach, how good does it feel to have so many guys returning in your lineup this year?
Well, I don't know if they're returning yet, Jamie. I mean, really, you don't want to say anything set in stone as far as the lineup goes, but obviously with with Washburn and Bazell and those guys, and Tracer and Will Burns, Austin Green, everybody, Gage Harrelson, who am I forgetting?
Gavin.
There you go, Gavin Cash. Wouldn't want to forget that one.
No, you would not.
And so, but really, I think there's probably the simplest thing is there's plenty depth, and there's plenty competition in this roster, and guys are going to have to keep getting better each day, and going to have to keep working at it, going to have to be on top of your game, and going to have tough at bats, going to have to play defense, and this group's not really going to allow you to take a day off from a standpoint of playing defense. I think we've got as many guys as we've had in a long time that play catch at a high level, and that makes it easy to leave guys in the lineup. So once you kind of get to that point, it should be fun to watch them.
What is the plan position-wise for where you're gonna put or work Kevin Bazell?
He's been working behind the plate, really, and as a plan pretty much through the spring last year. We kind of knew for his future that's what he needed to do, even though we also saw him play third base just fine. And he's been really just strictly just behind the plate.
So does that mean, I know we're not.
Behind third.
I know it's
That'd be good. That'd be left field.
I know it's a long time until February then, but do you envision a catching situation in kind of like last year where Bazell and Maxey would kind of be two games, one game on the weekend?
Yeah, we'll tell you, we got 4 really good ones, so we'll let that kind of play out as we go.
And Coach, who could kind of be competing in the outfield? I know that you're losing Dylan Carter, name's slipping me, but Jarrett Curtis from last season, so you're kind of maybe short an outfielder in my eyes.
Yeah, well, your eyes are different than our eyes, right? So we've got 6 or 7 guys competing out there. Got a number of infielders could go out there. You're talking about Damien Bravo, Washburn, Harrelson, Garrett Schroeder. There's quite a few guys that can go out there and play the outfield, and really like what we have out there, and gonna see, you know, who fits best where. And we've got, again, I think at the end of the year we finished, you know, I wanna say with some pretty decent guys out there, and so we're confident in them.
Would Gage be the most logical guy in center?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, really, we'll let that evolve, and Bravo could go out there, Schroeder could go out there. Really want to get into it, but there's a bunch of middle infielders can really run. They could all probably go out there if you really wanted to. But again, like, it's day one, and I want to let everybody kind of get settled in and kind of get their feet on the ground, what they're doing, and then start trying to find out the best place for everybody to play.
You lost a really good leadoff hitter from last year. Who are the top candidates to grab that spot?
Yeah, his name's come up a few times. I mean, really, Hester's a guy that you really did know what you're getting day in, day out with him, and was definitely a guy that worked really hard at his craft and kind of evolved into being a really good leadoff hitter. And so we'll just have to see how that plays out this year. I mean, there's a bunch of guys that might not be your traditional leadoff hitter like Nolan was, but then it could be. And so, you know, obviously you want a little bit of power and speed and electricity in there with your leadoff guy, and patience. And so we'll have to develop that guy, I'm sure.
What went into Mason Molina's departure?
Ask him. How's that? You know his number?
If you don't get it.
Yeah, you can call it.
Coach, I know we're so far off from this right now, but is it fun for you guys to have some new teams in the conference to face off for this year?
Well, you are getting way ahead of us, but yeah, I think anytime, Jamie, I mean, I think you travel with us. I think anytime you get to go to different parts of the country and see places maybe you hadn't seen, I think it's exciting. As far as playing people that you haven't played, I think that would come, you know, really when the time comes, see what the level of competition is, and I think you get probably more excited about what you think about a team than, you know, maybe what the perception actually is. And so, but I think the opportunity to travel different parts of the country and compete against different teams could be exciting.
Back on your starting pitching, your rotation, with Molina gone, who do you view as kind of has the best potential top of the rotation stuff? Your Friday night guys.
Golly, I mean, there's just a bunch of guys, really. I think it's way too early, Don. I mean, I think as soon as I say 3 guys, I think could be 3 different ones. And so, why don't we just watch them this fall and then have that conversation at the end of the fall instead of trying to say, hey, you're gonna be this and that. I think it's, you know, Zane Petty threw the ball really good. this summer. He went out and pitched this summer. He's a guy you would think would be in there. Jack Washburn, you would think would be in there. Kyle Robinson, you would think would be in there. So there's 3 names, but there's a whole bunch of other ones that got really good arms that can command the ball. And again, like we're not really trying to pigeonhole anybody on exactly what they're going to be right now, and you don't want to put limits on anybody. What you want to do is try to put the staff together the best you can and have a chance to win each day.
Do we have anything else for Coach?
One more, just Coach, can we get your thoughts on Josh Young? They start the playoffs tomorrow, great rookie year.
Yeah, been really fun to watch him. Really proud of the way he came back from his injury. No big surprise, playing great defense. No big surprise that he's putting together really good at-bats. A lot of respect for how hard it is to go hit at that level. And, really, again, like to do what he did the first weekend back off the DL, I thought was pretty amazing. And again, I think Josh is a guy that likes playing in postseason baseball, and I think it's any big surprise to any of us that the Rangers won. You get a guy who plays defense like he can at third base, it really simplifies some things in your infield, and it's been fun to watch. Good luck to him, good luck to the Rangers, good luck to all the teams going into the playoffs. Excited about watching them.
Do we have anything else for Coach?